Witnesses to the Child Sex Abuse Royal Commission say they were stripped of dignity and confidence while at Retta House in Darwin. Two witnesses have given evidence described as harrowing. Sky News Indigenous Affairs reporter Dan Bouchier is at the Supreme Court in Darwin and filed this report.
At the start of hearings into the Royal Commission into Institutional Responses of Child Sexual Abuse here in Darwin, the court was told it can expect harrowing evidence over the coming 2 weeks, and that's exactly what we've seen as the first two witnesses have told their stories in the Supreme Court here in Darwin. Lorna Cubillo began by saying that her time at the Retta Dixon House, a home for Indigenous children from 1946 until 1980, was harrowing, and it stripped her of her dignity and opportunities later in life. She says she was continually assaulted and beaten, and she was often sexually abused as well by a member of the staff. That was followed by Mrs. Kitching, who echoed those sentiments and said that it's had a lifelong impact on her and her family.
You couldn't sit properly or sleep, and he would just take our clothes off us, which was just the dress. I still had pants on. So we could only be wearing our pants like big bloomers. There was no lock on the bathroom door. When I had a shower in the morning, Mr. Panda would barge in and would pull me to him and sniff me and say, "You didn't use soap." I would try to pull away and say, "Hey," and I would be trembling and shaking. He did it twice to me, and I know he did it to at least some of the other girls.
Over the coming fortnight, the court will hear from 18 witnesses, many of them residents of Retta Dixon House. There's also a house parent who will be giving evidence, and then there'll be people from the legislature, from the territory government and also the Commonwealth government, as well as looking at the instances of child sexual abuse at Retta Dixon House. The court will this week and next week hear about what legislation's in place now for out-of-home care right across the Northern Territory. Reporting from the Supreme Court, Dan Bouchier, Sky News, Darwin.